Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you, and for those of you new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And with that being said, today we are going to get a message direct from Source. Let me take a drink of water. I took one before I started, but it wasn't enough. Maybe you're not drinking enough, and that's why. So, Source, what messages do you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know, Source? What messages do you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? Okay. Yeah, I drank a whole bunch before I started, but I just feel like really dry right now. We have the 12th house, we have Libra energy, and we have Venus. Oh, I feel like this is a love reading. That's why I got you. Someone's getting dry mouth. Someone can't talk when they're trying to talk to you. There's something that they feel guilty about here. There's something that they feel like they messed up on. And it's like, they do love you, right? They do care about you. They really do think deeply about you. But also, it's like worrying about whether or not they can bring balance and harmony back into the situation after feeling like they've done something wrong. Now, that's neither here nor there if they have or they haven't. We might look more into that as we go, but Source is showing here that, you know, usually I don't do about other people, but it's coming through that it is about another person here. So it's like they want to come forward and talk to you, but they're dealing with a lot of unfair energy in their life right now, and they're letting that be how they show up, right? So it's like they're dealing with people who may be gossips, they're dealing with people who may be indecisive, they're dealing with people who may be superficial, and they're feeling really guilty about that, and they're letting that guilt determine whether or not they come forward and say something. They want to tell you how they feel, but right now I feel like you're sitting in the dark when it comes to this person. This could be anyone, right? This could be a family member, this could be a potential love interest, this could be a friend, this could be a coworker even. Just take it as it resonates. It does not necessarily have to be someone romantic, you know, a romantic interest, but it's like they're feeling really bad right now, and they want to bring a sense of peace and harmony back into this connection. They want to bring a sense of peace, a sense of balance into this connection. Yeah, but like, look, oh my gosh, this person just can't get it out. They don't know what to say. They don't even know how to approach it. Wow. Let's see if we can find out some more here. And this could even be you wanting to tell someone something, but you don't know how to say it. I mean, energy is fluid, right? It doesn't always have to be another person. It can be you. But you guys know, if you've been here for any amount of time, you know all of my readings are more about how we can focus on ourselves rather than other people. So this is interesting that this is where Source wanted to take it. It doesn't feel like this is about focusing on yourself, though. It's like you've been asking for confirmation about someone and trying to figure that out. Okay, let's see. Source, what else would you like to come through here? Yeah. Wanting to know if this person's going to make some sort of an offer, or like an offer apology is coming through as well. Okay, so Source, what would you like to say in regards to this reading? Okay, what else would you like to say in regards to this reading, Source? Yeah, there's been a really difficult situation. They don't want to face reality here. Okay, they don't. Even though everything is falling apart, even though things are coming down around them, it's like facing reality means that they have to actually own up to the fact that they were not fair in this situation, or that they weren't kind. Maybe they were unkind to you, or very rude or dismissive of you, and it's really having to face that within themselves means that now they can no longer blame anyone else for their own actions. And that's something that they're having a very difficult time with here. And it's hard. Like, you know, being outside of that situation, you can say, well, it's just easy. Just take accountability. But taking accountability sometimes is one of the most challenging things that we can do, because to take accountability means that we have to accept a part of ourselves that we don't like. Right? And so that's something that I feel like they're struggling here, but I do feel like they're quickly outgrowing that, and it's just a matter of time before they'll get it in their mind and whether or not they're going to come forward, but they're just having a really difficult time facing this right now. Yeah. There is healing here. There's a potential for great healing here, finding a new sense of balance, right? Whoa. But we have the Eight of Wands coming out. They're really anxious, and there's a lot of fear at play here. And they're not emotionally stable right now, right? They're fighting a lot of their internal thoughts and feelings. It's like, no matter how much they care about you or how much they want to bring balance back into this, sometimes our upset feelings are something that will overrule us, because that's the emotional ego at play saying, this is the only way that we can act because this is how we've always acted. Okay, so we do have this absolutely could be family with the Judgment card in reverse here. It's talking about secrets being revealed that don't want to come out from the family. Like, maybe there's someone in your family that has something that they desperately need to tell you, that they want to tell you, or, okay, this is a very specific message, okay? And so it's coming through, and I have to say, this is a very specific message saying, this is someone who regrets how they treated you for their whole life, and they may be nearing the end of their life, and they want to make amends. Okay, but they're just not sure how to do it because they've spent their entire time that they've known you treating you a certain way. Okay, but there's a lot of dirty laundry that's coming to the surface here, and they don't want to face that. Like, they just don't want to face it. This could be a Libra, a Taurus, or a Pisces that you're dealing with, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, or Libra energies, highly aspect here. Cancer we had coming out. Aquarius rising, Cancer moon, and Libra in the 12th house are very, very important too. Again, if it's not something that you know or you resonate with, that's just for a specific someone, okay? So let's see what else comes through. This is interesting that this is coming out, because I feel like there's a deep regret here. Like, it's just like they really didn't, we have house 1 coming out, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. They didn't think that you would do the things that you've done, or that you would be as successful as you are. And Source is saying, like, this person is really regretting how they treated you, and they want to transform this connection. They do want things to balance out. They do want things to level out here, but there's just this deep fear that's running them right now. Look, we have even House 8, transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. I can't make this up. I'm going to leave this out. So heavy, heavy Scorpio energy coming out here. Yeah, this is someone who does want things to balance out, but they just don't know how to even begin, right? So that's a big fear that's coming through here. It's like, how do I even start with this? How do I even approach you in the first place and tell you I'm sorry? So we have the orange gold dragon from Arcturus coming out. Opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future and be a guiding light. Yeah, it feels like you're the future. So this could be you're the future, the family. And this is someone who's like a grandparent, a parent, you know, an auntie and uncle. Is someone that's definitely much older than you, it feels like. We also have Saturn. Black dragon from Saturn, bringing you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you've passed the test. And I feel like this is coming out because this is showing that this has been a situation of tough love. Like, it's not something that was supposed to be cruel for you. It's something that helped you come up and step into facing karmic situations within yourself. And also, you're leaving a legacy, right? The energy of the future, you're leaving a legacy here. So, all right, let's see what we've got here. I feel like I want to get some of these. Move over, cards. I have way too many cards on my table right now. I should have left about 5 decks in the drawer, but no. I wanted to be overachiever today. Yeah, the rescuer. Provides strength and support to others in crisis. Acts of love with no expectation of reward. And the shadow assumes that the rescued will reciprocate and keeps the rescued one needy. And I feel like maybe this is the type of energy that you've had with this person. It's like they rescued you from something, or they took up that role, and then they've always assumed that you would somehow reciprocate, or they've always kept you trying to be small so that you would always need them. Like, this is like an identity that they hold. And so this could be more like a message from their higher self as well. Not all people are going to recognize their own actions within life, especially the stubborn ones, you know. Yeah, we have child wounded. The light is the awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness, and the shadow is blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resist moving on through forgiveness. Yeah. So I feel like this is something that you've had to heal within yourself, and now that you've healed it, it's actually bringing balance into this connection. Maybe not in the way that you imagined it would, but it's balancing out the energies between you, where it's like you're no longer needing to be needy in this situation, right? Like, especially if this is a parent or grandparent who cared for you, where at one point you were dependent on them, but eventually you grew up and now you're in a place where you're taking care of yourself and dependent on yourself. And that is putting them in this position where it's like having to face the way that they treated you. We have rebel here, with challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs, and the shadow is rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Yeah, so I do feel like you've been the rebel your whole life here, and this person just always tried to make you feel like you were smaller than that, or like you didn't have a right. But again, this authority energy is coming through, where it's like, this is someone who's older than you, or someone who at one point had an authority in your life. It could even be a boss, right? It doesn't have to be family. I mean, the Judgment card came out showing that this is hinting at family, and with the child wounded here, but, you know, it could absolutely be a boss, you know, and thinking that, well, I'm the one that signs the paychecks, so they depend on me, and I need them to be in that position so that I can fulfill some weird fantasy within, you know, or some need for my own emotional ego. We have the artist, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And the shadow is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Yeah, so I feel like, again, there's like this energy of like trying to keep you in this place of not seeing your value, your worth, and they see that now. They see that, oh my gosh, like I really was playing a huge role in this. I hit the camera, my apologies. But they're just not sure how to come forward with that, right? Like, they're just not sure how to start. How do I even say I'm sorry for something that I just did for so long? The guiding star. Amid uncertainty, look to the guiding principles that have steered you before. They won't fail you now. Old truths bring new clarities. Yeah, so this is definitely something that's been playing a part in your life for a while. You actually use this as a way to heal yourself. Like, understanding this part of yourself, source is showing like you've used this to heal yourself deeply. But now that you're healing yourself, this person is beginning to see you in a different way than they always expected you to be. Flight. Escape environments that constrain you and find a new space that fosters your personal growth. Set yourself free. And that's what you've done. You've let yourself out of the cage. Right? You're rebelling against whatever this was, but it's not in a ruthful way. It's in a very honest way. And new beginnings. Behind every closed door, a new beginning awakes. Seek new exits. Yeah, so this might not be happening just yet. For some of you, it is happening. For others of you, it's about to happen, or it has happened. I feel like for those of you that it hasn't happened for yet, you're about to come into a new beginning in your life that's going to set you free. Like, you're leaving something behind here with this person, and it's like leaving them behind. It literally like puts them in a position where they have to face how they were treating you. It's like the gossip, right? Like, I was gossiping about you, and I told everybody all these lies about you, and then I told them that you weren't going to amount to anything, and then all of a sudden you became rich and famous, and you basically made me eat my words. And it's it's kind of it's a double-edged sword, right? Like, it's a double-edged sword because it's like, well, you should have never been gossiping about me in the first place. And it's like, they realize that, but it's almost like this person can't help themselves, right? It's because it's an old pattern. It's an old situation. It's an old self-fulfilling prophecy of self-sabotage and self-fulfillment, right? Like, I'm trying to fulfill myself. I'm trying to put myself in this position of the hero or the rescuer that makes me feel good to be there. And then we have facade on the bottom. Wow. A shining facade often conceals a fragile core. Be wary of temptations that seem too perfect. Seek the truth. Yeah, so this person, exactly, I didn't even know that was on the bottom until it was like source, like turn over the deck, and I was like, okay, and there we go. We have this perfect indication of what was going on here. This person's been playing a facade, trying to keep face, and suddenly you do something through your healing. It's not your fault, right? It's just you healing and taking care of yourself, and you relinquish yourself from this situation in a very beautiful way. It's kind of like you just spread your wings and you just fly away so gracefully. And it's like everybody that this person talked to is just shocked that this person was saying so much about you or was treating you the way that they were. And now it's like they have to face that part of themselves. And ultimately it will be up to you what you choose to do in this situation. But Source is saying there's like someone here who's going through this or who's about to go through this. And it's really difficult not to sit and be like in contempt, right? Like, don't be in contempt about this or anything like that, or be like, haha, that's what you deserve. You should go through the hardships. It's like, rather just focus on the fact that you got yourself out because of your own accord. Okay? So this is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your message, leave a little balloon emoji down below and say, I choose to see through the facades, and I choose to free myself from situations that do not serve me. And if it resonated, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. And with that, I do want to give a shout out to Source. I want to say thank you to your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.